Israel and Iran appear to be honoring the fragile ceasefire as it enters a third day.
President Trump is planning a new round of peace talks with Tehran. Fox's Mike Tobin has more from Tel Aviv.
The streets of Tehran are coming back to life as a fragile ceasefire between Israel, Iran, and the U.S. holds for a third straight day. But in his first appearance since the airstrikes on his country's nuclear facilities, Iran's supreme leader sounded defiant, declaring victory over the U.S. and Israel, and threatening more attacks on American bases if the ceasefire is broken.
For anyone to expect Iran to surrender to another country, this is one of those absurd and false claims that will surely be mocked.
But the diplomatic process is already underway. British and European officials met with negotiators from Iran on Thursday, saying talks went well and both sides are remaining cautiously optimistic.
There is a window of within 2 weeks where we can see a diplomatic solution.
Meanwhile, UN inspectors say they want to get back into Iran as soon as possible to assess the damage and make sure the Iranians aren't taking advantage of the chaos to fast-track a bomb.
The agency's presence in Iran isn't some kind of generous gesture. It's an international responsibility.
And on Capitol Hill, senators received their first briefing on the airstrikes, but most Democrats say they're still not getting enough information from the White House.
The failure to provide the details about how effective this strike was not only disserves the military men and women who did it, but also the American people.
President Trump says diplomats from the U.S. and Iran will talk sometime next week, but it's not clear where or when. In Tel Aviv, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
President Trump today hosting an event at the White House to build up support for his, what he calls, big, beautiful bill. The event being held in hopes of pressuring Republican holdouts to throw their weight behind that bill. The White House says the gathering featured a collection of, quote, everyday Americans poised to benefit from the legislation.
According to the Council of Economic Advisors, these reforms will protect or create more than 7 million jobs, add 3.1% to economic growth, reduce taxes for the typical American by nearly 15%, and increase take-home pay for the normal family of four by at least $13,000, and that takes place immediately.
The deadline Congress was given by the president to pass the bill is July 4th, a week from tomorrow, but that's just his deadline. There's no legal reason that it has to be done by then.